through spiritual practices such yoga. I would like to emphasize that yoga is not just a physical exercise. This is a more to it. There are four major paths of yoga: the yoga of action and selfless service, also known as karma yoga; the yoga of devotion, also known as bhakti yoga; the yoga of meditation, also called Raj Yoga; and the yoga of will and intellect, that's Jnana Yoga. Yoga is the unique key to unlocking ultimate happiness and attaining a state of bliss. The pandemic has shown us how temporary everything is, and that is the material objects cannot give us true happiness. To be in a state of permanent happiness, we have to turn our consciousness inward. That's when we experience true inner joy and peace. Yoga helps us connect with our true selves. If one practices duly and regularly, the mind becomes steady and calm. When we are peaceful inside, we can help solve conflicts and coexist peacefully. With further practice using the right techniques and correct guidance by an evolved yogi, and can eventually attain samadhi, the highest state of consciousness achieved through yoga and meditation, resulting in ultimate state of freedom, peace and bliss. Yoga does require a lot of practice and discipline, and the key is to be regular. I will not take up a lot of your time, but I cannot avoid expressing my feelings from where I'm standing right now. You all look as vibrant and colorful. In the vast sense, we may all belong to different races, but in reality, we are tributaries of a large river. Today's gathering truly displays the concept of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, a Sanskrit phrase found in Hindu text, which means the world is one family. In other words, it is only through mutual respect and cooperation that we can create a peaceful community. I'm extremely proud to see you, so many seekers, devotees, and practitioners of yoga here today. I feel privileged and grateful. It is because of great insight of His Excellency Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi ji. That is the International Yoga Day on June 21st, 2nd, become a worldwide event. I extend my warm wishes and gratitude to organizers and respected dignitaries. I especially thank you, Honorable Consulate General of India in New York City, Honorable Jaiswal, Deputy CG Varun Jeff, and my dear Bhandari ji, having invited me here at Times Square. My best wishes to the wonderful audience and all of you present here. Hari Om, Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhena, Sarve Santu Niramaya, Sarve Bhadran Pashyantu, Ma Kashya Dukh Bhag Bhavet. May God bless you. Hari Om, Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om, peace, peace, peace. Again, God bless you.
You're done now?
तो नीचे चलेंगे?
And now, here to lead your class today, the Consulate General of India, New York, is proud to present a holistic yoga instructor who is also a founder and CEO of Winked, a wellness and meditation company. She is also chairperson of the Art of Living Foundation in the U.S. Please welcome your instructor today, Ruchika Lal.
Is your water? Don't
Yeah.
worry, no rush.
No worries, I'm taking my time. Go ahead, go ahead.
Excuse me.
Good morning, New York. How's everyone doing while I set up my mat? Can't hear you guys at all. How are you guys doing this morning? I think New York, we can do better than this. How are we doing this morning on Yoga Day? So welcome everyone. I am super excited to be here, and it marks 2 really big anniversaries if you heard the speakers before. What's the first one? Anyone paying attention? It's the 20 years of doing yoga at Times Square on this amazing solstice day. And what was the second big thing that you heard the previous speakers talk about? No 6 feet. It's 75 years celebration of India's independence this year. The land from where yoga comes. So I'm really excited to be doing this together. And what we'll do is, we will start with the universal sound Om. Yeah? Did you guys, a fun fact around it. The sound Om, the frequency is the same as the earth rotating around its axis. How many of you knew that? Okay, for those of you who didn't, there's something new that you learned today. So when we say Om, the microcosm, us, and the macrocosm, earth, we all harmonize, right? So today we're going to say Om together 3 times and just soak in the sound of Om. So let's close our eyes. Let's take a deep breath in and let go. Breathing in for Om. Just notice the inner stillness. Despite all the noise and movement around you. And slowly and gently, with a smile on your face, whenever you're ready, you can begin to open your eyes. So what we're going to do is, yoga is a way to kind of unite back with ourselves. And that is what we're going to do. We're going to practice many limbs of yoga, not just asanas today. So we'll have a little taste of pranayama, a little bit of meditation. Does that sound like a good idea? Good. So with yoga, with everything that's happening in the world right now, right? There is polarization, people are worried about their jobs, inflation. We're going to get whatever. We're going to start this session with an intention of peace, a little bit of peace that we feel and we have in Times Square. Let it radiate to every part of the world. Can we all start with this intention? So I will say a little Sanskrit mantra, and then of course I will translate it for you. But just keep that intention in your heart, because the subtle is far more powerful than the gross. So whatever we wish can happen, and especially when so many, 1,000 of us wish it together. Sangachatvam, samvadhatvam, sambo manasi janata, deva bhagyam yatha purve, sanjanana upasate. And what this means is, let us all move together. Let our voices move in unison. Let us be in harmony. Let our minds be one. And every action that we take have divine consciousness behind it. Yeah. So now we'll all stand up, and we'll start with a little bit of loosening exercises before we get into asanas. Yeah. So we'll start with the neck because so much of our stress is held here. So let's take a deep breath in and look up. It's a nice, beautiful day. You can actually see the sky. Breathe out, chin to the chest. Breathe in again. Look at the sky. You don't often see the sky in New York, but you can right now. Chin to the chest. Last time, breathe in, look up. Breathe out, chin to the chest. And now we'll do something similar on the right and the left. So breathe in and just bend your neck towards the right. Breathe out to the left. And just see, you might feel a little bit more tension on one side than the other. Just pause and breathe in that area if you feel any stress or any tension. And yoga is always better with a little smile on your face. It doesn't need to be serious, so you can smile. And come back to center. Now let's take a breath in and turn your neck to the right. Look at the shops on the right. Come back to center. A little love to the shops on the left. Back to center. Right. Center. Left. Back to center. Last time, right. Center to the left, back. Now we'll do some neck rotations. So breathe in, head goes back. Breathe out, chin to the chest. And as you breathe in, rotate your neck towards the right and back. Breathing out towards the left and back to center. Coordinating the movement of the neck with the breath. You're in no hurry. Taking your time. Feeling every part of this movement. And relax as you complete the round. And anti-clockwise direction, breathe in towards the left and back. Breathing out towards the right, back to center. And doing a couple more rounds. Pausing and breathing wherever you feel any tension or stress. The breath, along with awareness, has huge potential to heal. And back to center. So neck feeling a little lighter? Yeah? So now we'll go to the shoulders. So let's take, as you breathe in, take your hands up. Completely. Your hands are facing outward. Yeah, just stretch up completely. Notice if you're feeling any stretch in any of the shoulders, any tension. And breathe out. Back down. We'll do some shoulder rolls. You can keep your hands on your shoulders. Your elbows are touching each other. Breathe in, take your elbows up and back. Breathe out, down and front. 2 more rounds. Your shoulders will thank you. And now change direction. Breathe in, bring your elbows down and back, and up and back and front. And relax. You can shake your hands out if you want. Now we'll do something with the trunk, right? So what we'll do, this is a little bit of modification. You'll breathe into the left and breathe out to the right with the sound ha. And make it nice and loud. Breathe in. Ha. 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 The opposite side. Breathe in to the right. Ha. I don't hear you guys. Ha. 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 And relax. Now we'll do something for our knees. I especially need it with all the travel I've been doing. So bend in and come back up and down and up. You remember as children when we got punished? It was very similar. Couple times more. But now we're doing it on our own volition. And Good. So now the body's warmed up, we can actually get into asanas. So we'll start with just standing up straight. Now it seems like it's not much, but just notice, is your weight equally distributed on both your feet? If not, ensure your weight is distributed. Now for some of us, we might have more of our weight on the inside of our feet, some of us outside. Just see the four corners of your feet are equally carrying your weight. Stick your hands up. Interlace your fingers, stretch up. And now for those of us who can, just lift your heels above. It's better to look at somebody who's not moving to keep the posture. Keep your eyes steady. If the eyes steady, the body stays steady, and vice versa. Continue breathing. And relax. Times Square doesn't really have trees, so we'll become trees over here now. Take your right foot up, close to your groin. Just ensure that it's pointing towards the right. Take your hands up, steeple. We're making Times Square really green right now. And the first rule of yoga is to listen to your body. The second rule is to listen to the instructor. So just do as much as you can. And come down. The other side. Just ensure you're steady here before you take your hands up. And take up. And you can smile, you can be a smiling tree. Some of you are very steady trees, some of you are shaky trees, and it's absolutely fine. And relax. Now we'll do a few bends. You can come to the side of your mat if you do. Take your hands up. Push your buttocks back and just come into a tabletop position. One straight line. Pause here for a little and then come down wherever your hands land. They could be on the floor, they could be on your calves, and bring your head as close to your knee as possible. Rolling in for a forward bend. Feeling the stretch on the back of your thighs, your calves. Continue breathing, don't hold your breath. And slowly come back again into tabletop. Flat table here and come back. And relax. Now we'll do a backward bend. You can support your lower back with your hands. Take your pelvic forward. Just take it forward. Don't drop your head as yet. Just drop. And now drop your head if you can and look up. You can see the hoardings behind you. It's a different perspective. Continue breathing. And come back up. And relax. Now we'll do the triangle. You can stretch around 2 to 3 feet depending on how tall you are. Your right toe is pointing outward. And your right heel is in line in the middle of your left leg. Take your hands up. Just ensure they're on the same plane, same side. And just slide gently towards the right. Just slide. Right now you're only sliding. And then bend down and look up for triangle. And see if you can smile while you do this. Continue breathing, continue holding. And just go as deep as is steady for you. Come back up. And relax. The other side. One of the things of yoga is being steady. Sthiram, Sukham, Asanam. Steady and easy. So now the other side, slide. And come. Look up. Just go as deep as is comfortable for you. If you were to hold this posture for an hour, you should be able to do it. And come back up. And relax. So now, we're going to get into seated position, but first we're going to sit on a very comfortable chair. You're sitting on a chair. Just ensure that your knees are not over your toes. Yeah? Your palm to the ground. Come back up. It's the longest day. Go back in a little bit. You're reading the New York Times or your favorite newspaper, whatever that might be. Come back up. In, down, hold. Sipping your favorite beverage, tea or coffee. You're enjoying yourself. And just notice it's the body doing the work. The mind is relaxing. And come down. Very good. Everybody has enough space back there? Yeah? So bring your soles of the feet together. Sit up tall. You might have a tendency to want to bend forward. Just sit up tall and just flap your legs as if you're a butterfly. Let's go a little faster. 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 Feel the stretch on the inner thighs. And then just bend forward as much as you can. As much as you can. And come back up. We'll do a couple of positions again to stretch ourselves out. Take your foot, put it where your elbows are, as if you're holding a little baby. And rock. Some of you, the babies are far more comfortable. Some of the babies not so much. You can take it up and down. It's opening up a lot of the joints for us to sit comfortably even for meditation. And you can thank your leg for carrying you along, never complaining, and put it down. Now show a little bit of love to the other one. You can rock it up, bring it down. And again, you can thank it and put it down. We'll do a couple of spinal twists and then get into Vajrasana. So you can sit up tall and straight. Put your right leg over the left. Bend your left leg in. Right hand behind you. You can touch your left ankle and look over your right shoulder for a spinal twist. Just ensure your spine is straight as you're doing this. Continue breathing. And relax. The other side. Left leg over the right. Right leg tucked in. Left hand behind. And right leg holding the left ankle. Look over your left shoulder for a spinal twist. And just see if you can keep your awareness inward. Staying with your own experience. And relax. And now what we'll do is, from our cross-legged position, see if you can come into Vajrasana or the diamond posture. Now if you have ankle or knee issues, just be gentle with this posture. See if you can sit up a little bit. Take your hands up. And your right palm on the left, left on the right. Sitting up. For frog. And relax. Sit back down. Now we're going to do a half camel. For those of you who can do it, do it. If it's too much, listen to your body. Again, sit up. Just support your back and bend backwards as much as you can do. Continue breathing. And gently come back up and back to Vajrasana. For those of us who want a little bit more challenge, we'll do a full camel. Those of you who want to stay at half camel, you can do that. Sit back up again. You go backwards and see if your hands can actually land on your soles of the feet. And look backwards. Continue breathing. And come back up. And relax. We've done a couple of back bends, so now we need to compensate and balance by a forward bend. So stretch your legs out as much as you can. Stretch them out as much as you can. And then just bend forward as much as you can go forward. Your head on the yoga mat. Feel the stretch and the relaxation at the same time. Continue breathing. Your buttocks on your heel, it's not lifting. And slowly come back up. And let's get onto our tummy for some asanas in the prone position. Lift your right leg up and stretch it back as if someone's pulling it. Stretch it. It's not important how high it is. What's important is that you pull it back as much as possible. And relax. As you breathe in, lift the left leg and again push it back. And relax. Now making a fist of your hand, put it in the groin region and lift both your feet above the ground for locust. Continue breathing long, deep breaths in and out. Relax. Bring your hands by your sides, by your shoulders. And just first lift up as if you're barely using your hands for cobra. If you let your hands go, you would still be able to hold the posture. No pressure on the hands. It's a baby cobra. And now let's lift up a little bit more using your hands. Just ensure that your elbows are not pointing outwards and your shoulders not lifted. See if your feet can be as close to each other. Look up. Continue breathing. And relax. Hands go back by your sides. Now take your hands forward in front of you and lift your hands and your feet above the ground for Super Yogi. You're flying in Times Square. You can keep a smile as you do this. and relax. And we'll take a few breaths of relaxation in the crocodile. You can make a pillow of your right hand or left hand, whatever's easier for you. Bend the leg, put your cheek on the hand, and just relax for a few breaths. Let's turn over to our back. And let's lift the leg and the shoulders in one line for both. Really good for all of us who are trying to lose some tummy fat. And relax. Let's bring the right knee as close to the chest as possible using your hand. And lift your head as if you're smelling your knee. Just notice it's the shoulder that's lifting, not just the neck. And relax. Left knee. Bring it as close to the chest. Take a breath in. And as you breathe out, lift your head, smelling your knee. And relax. Now bring both your knees in towards your chest. Use your hands to make yourself a tiny little ball. And lift your head, placing your nose in between the knees for Pavan Muktasan. Really good for digestion and massaging the internal organs. And for those of us who we can just rock in this position, giving the spine a nice massage. You can rock from side to side, giving the lower back a nice massage. And for those of us who can, we can come into shoulder stand or just do a plow where you lift your legs up. If you can do a shoulder stand, support your back. If not, just lift your legs as much as you can. And relax, come back down. And now bring your legs as close to your buttocks as possible. And lift your belly up for a bridge. And relax. We'll do a couple of last postures, final twists. Take your right leg, put it on the left knee. Push the right knee towards the ground. Right hand is stretched out and look over your right shoulder for dancing Shiva. Snatch Raj. Relax. The other side. Left leg on the right knee. Push down the left knee towards the ground. Left hand stretched out. And look over the left shoulder. And relax. And you can just lie down on the ground, legs stretched out completely. You can lie down completely on the ground in Shavasana or dead man's posture. Hands by your sides. And as we take a breath in this time, we will tighten the entire body from toe to head. So let's take a deep breath in and tighten your toes, tighten your calves, your knees, your thighs, your stomach, your chest, your jaw. Just tighten, tighten, tighten everything. And breathe out with a ha. One more time. Take a deep breath in. And tighten your entire body, toes, calves, knees, thighs, stomach, chest, your fist. Tighten, 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 tighten everything and breathe out. One last time. Let's take a deep breath in and tighten your body from toe to head. Every part, every muscle of your body. Just tighten, tighten, tighten it. Clench your face. Tighten, tighten and let go. Just relax completely, dropping the entire weight of the body.
Right, so fantastic visuals we saw from Times Square, New York. Now we'll go across to Venezuela now. Caracas will go straight across to Venezuela now.
Donde todos venimos a aprender, a tener una conciencia superior y por supuesto la forma como podemos alcanzar esa meditación profunda que nos permite encontrarnos a nosotros mismos y por supuesto encontrar ese Dios interior que vive realmente. Dentro de nosotros. Gracias, profesor Amadeo.
Good morning. It's an honor for me to be here in this wonderful day. She would like to thank the dancer for such a beautiful dance and to remember us about Ganesh, the one who opens the ways to everybody. Thank to the HOC for his kind words. Thanks for the words of the Guru Amadeo Porras. Congratulations for his words and knowledge on yoga. And yoga is the only way to reach meditation and God within us.
Quiero que todos en el Día Internacional del Yoga reciban un caluroso saludo de parte del presidente de la República Bolivariana de Venezuela, Nicolás Maduro Moros.
Receive warm greetings from the President of the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela, Nicolás Maduro Moros.
De nuestro canciller, Carlos Faría.
And our Chancellor, Carlos Faría.
Quisiera, antes de empezar, estas palabras que llenan también mi alma porque la India es mi segunda patria, comenzar con un mantra que atraviesa los tres mundos y que es muy importante.
All right, these are the live visuals from Caracas, Venezuela, and a little bit about the venue. These visuals are from PDVSA, Centro de Arte La Estancia. So welcome again to our continuous coverage on the International Day of Yoga, and the world is celebrating the 8th International Day of Yoga, and DD India is bringing to you one of a kind Guardian Ring for Yoga Relay Yoga streaming event that started at 3 AM Indian Standard Time. It started with Japan, Fiji, New Zealand, and then moved further subsequently and has been moving westwards, covering over 75 locations in tune with the spirit of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. And this is the celebration of movement of the sun with yoga, and this is of course in line with One Sun, One Earth theme, and this year's theme also, which is Yoga for Humanity. My name is Abhishek Mahajan, and we continue to talk to our guests, and my colleague is also with me, Amritpal. Amritpal, tremendous coverage today, and this is unprecedented super marathon coverage by DD India.
Absolutely. As you said, Abhishek, we started at 3 a.m. You know, it was going around the globe as the sun rose in whatever countries. We were beaming live visuals from over 75 countries, and will continue this coverage for over 2 hours now. It's more than 2 hours. It's about 7:45 till 10 p.m. We'll be continuing this coverage, bringing you the country where the sun rises. We got you visuals. These are visuals that are playing on your screens. Live visuals from Caracas,
Venezuela.
Okay, these are live visuals from the capital of Venezuela, Caracas, and these visuals we are playing live to you. Before that, we were bringing live visuals from the Times Square in New York, where you know, about 1,000 people had gathered right in the heart of Times Square to celebrate yoga. Now, these are live visuals in Venezuela, which is about morning there, about 9:30 in the morning in Venezuela, and as the sun rises there, you can see people practicing yoga and the yoga event being held. So beaming these live visuals to you from Caracas in Venezuela. As I was saying before that, you know, we were at the Times, we were beaming visuals from the Times Square. It's become a practice at the Times Square to bring yoga. Now, this is, as he said, as Abhishek said, a unique and innovative, you know, program which the Prime Minister conceptualized. One sun, one earth, and going around the globe wherever the sun was rising, and beaming visuals of that to you. People practicing yoga there, like these live visuals that we bring to you from Caracas, Venezuela, right now playing on your screens. We've been, you know, going to traveling, beaming live visuals from various countries. The idea behind it being that how yoga is connecting humanity, and in fact this year's theme, Yoga for Humanity, essentially talks about how the human values are same, and how as the basic philosophy of yoga says, it is the word yoga in itself means communion or union of the individual's consciousness with the cosmic consciousness or the universal consciousness. So spreading a message to humanity of that old message of the Indian tradition of Vasudev Kutumbakam, the whole world being one family.
Absolutely, unison of mind and body, the oneness of mind and body, and we continue to show you the visuals from different countries. We started off from Japan, Fiji, and then we went to New Zealand, Australia, subsequently moved westwards to Brazil, and just a few minutes ago we showed you the visuals from Caracas, Venezuela, and spectacular visuals we saw from Times Square, New York. Over 1,000 participants practicing yoga at the same time, and we also have guests with us. We continue to talk to Dr. Raheja. Welcome again, sir. And we also have Yogacharya Arun Kumar, who is the founder of Prana Shakti Worldwide. Welcome, gentlemen. Welcome both of you, sir. Yogacharya, if I can come to you first, this day will go down in history, yoga basically connecting the entire world.
Yes, of course, because the type of arrangement we are just, some time back we are talking about, it's phenomenal, no doubt about that, and so much of energy, so many people coming together, and so many different departments of the government, plus so many missions all over the world, and so many public, so much, so many general public. They have come together and created this wonderful celebration, and I am sure this will go a long way, and probably years to come people will remember and replicate it.
All right. Before I come to Dr. Raheja, Dr. Yogacharya Arun Kumar, I was talking to Dr. Raheja and asking him, he's a physician, a practitioner of yoga, he says, for the past 25 years.
Wonderful.
I asked him a question. I said, how did you get interested in this? He said, I was a young doctor under a lot of pressure, would handle ICUs, would see patients dying in critical conditions and the kind of pressures. And he said, my institute, the hospital that he was working for, nominated him to a 15-day yoga program, and that's where he realized what yoga was, and he got so interested that he now says that, as a doctor, I try and avoid medical intervention as far as possible. He looks at preventive health care in terms of the heart disease, and he says, I try and push my patients towards and try and heal them, say, through yoga. That's his story. As a yogacharya, somebody who practices yoga, somebody who teaches yoga, tell me, for a person like me who's the uninitiated, why should I do yoga? What does it give me?
You want to be happy, right? You want to be healthy.
Yes.
I feel there is nothing much more effective than yoga. Rightly he told, yeah, but I won't 100% agree with him. I am not telling that surgeons are useless.
Surgeons, we had additional
yeah, we need, but
we treat with medicine.
Yeah.
Whatever medicines are to be given, but with that lifestyle and yoga, that improves patients' well-being, and also the requirement of medicine may be less.
Okay. Yeah, I believe that 95% of the cases we don't need intervention.
Okay.
I hope sir will agree with me.
In very severe cases, or
very severe cases,
But the right way to do yoga is also very, very important, Yogacharya.
Of course, yes, because otherwise, we end up, getting so many different problems.
Okay. So, Yogacharya, you saying, if I want to be happy and healthy, that's why I should get initiated into yoga. It may have a higher purpose, etc.
Yeah, I think it starts, the foundation is that, having a healthy body and peaceful mind.
Okay.
These are the two things, the basic requirements of every human being.
Okay.
So, we need to first achieve it, then you progress. And coming back to the medical doctors, they are also after all human beings, right?
Okay.
So, they can also have blood pressure, they can also have diabetes, they can also have cardiac problem, they can also have cancer.
Right.
So, it is all because of mind.
True.
So, ultimately everything culminates from mind.
Right.
And yoga is the exact science of working on mind and transforming the mind to...
Is it an exact science?
Exact science,
It
no
is?
doubt about
Okay.
that. I believe in it, and I have seen
I want to take you up on that.
Sure,
But let's first go across to Santiago, the capital of Chile, to beam you live visuals on how people there are welcoming the sun, the daybreak, and by doing yoga.
Of this day as International Day of Yoga by United Nations General Assembly resolution in 2014. This day is being celebrated in Chile for past 7 years. In fact, this day was being celebrated in all countries of the world, all these 7 years. Consequently, the National TV of India has taken a very new initiative. They have started a program this year called Guardian Ring of Yoga. Under this program, the live TV coverage of yoga celebrations in different countries of the world, starting from the east, the very east in the morning, and slowly as the day passes, like starting in the Asia Pacific, and then coming over to Southeast Asia, then to India, further to Europe, to Africa, and then to the continent of Americas. As the celebrations take place in different countries over different hours, Indian National TV will be giving live coverage of all these celebrations. And Chile has been selected as one of the few countries who are part of this national guardianing of yoga. So I want to thank all the Chileans for their spontaneous love and interest in yoga they have shown. Only because of that, Indian National TV has chosen Chile. Among others, I also want to thank Ambassador Olguin on behalf of Chilean government and Chilean Foreign Ministry for gracing the occasion. We do acknowledge Chilean government and the people of Chile's contribution to promotion of yoga. It is no wonder because Chile is one of the few countries of the world that has declared a National Day of Yoga. Yes, Chile has 4th November as its National Day of Yoga. So as yoga gains more and more popularity throughout the world, the yoga schools have also thrived in Chile. I understand 15 to 20 yoga schools are there in Chile. Very few of them, one of them is of course Loknath Yoga School, is run by Indians. Most of them are run by Chileans. And vast majority of the students who are going to attending the schools are all Chileans, as you can see in today's gathering. Yoga is also contributing greatly gender balance in Chile, as I say so in lighter vein, because in today's gathering, I see lot more women than men. How many men are there? Just very few. Ambassador Olguin is one of them. So, I thank Chilean women for taking the lead in putting gender balance in yoga celebrations. Yoga gives a great benefit, health benefit. It helps you to attain the balance between your body and your mind, yourself and the nature. These concepts are being talked about. Chilean President Boric has talked about, emphasis on, climate change and keeping the environment clean. Yoga can help a lot in maintaining a mental balance by which these people spontaneously participate in protection of environment. With these few words, I want to thank Loknath Yoga School for their spontaneous help they have done every year to be part of this year Guardian Ring of Yoga. I want to thank all the Chileans and the Chilean government for coming here. May I say, thank you, muchas gracias, dhanyavad, Om Shanti.
Yo mitad aquí. Yo sentar aquí. Y así. Para que tomar poquito lugar. Ya.
All right, these are the live visuals we are showing you from Santiago, Chile, and a little bit about the venue where it is taking place. It's being organized at Santiago Marriott Hotel in Santiago, and it is currently the third tallest building in Chile and was the tallest between 1999 and 2009. And curtain raiser for the event, this event we are talking about, was inaugurated on 4th May 2022 at the same venue. And if you go back on January 31st, 2021, and during his Mann Ki Baat address, Prime Minister Narendra Modi spoke about the popularity of yoga in Chile and appreciated the Latin American nation's love for the Indian culture.
Namaskar, pranam a todos, especialmente la embajada de la India en Chile y el honorable embajador de India en Chile. Y también mis reverencias a todos ustedes que está aquí siempre con nosotros, conmigo. Muy agradecido. Vamos a tomar una postura cómodo. Nosotros tenemos que seguir protocolo de India. Puede ser un poquito diferente de práctica personal de ustedes. Sin embargo, vamos con respeto, con amor nosotros seguir este protocolo. Y nosotros vamos primero, como siempre, cantar mantra. Prarthana.
And you can see it's about 9:30 in the morning there, and about 50 odd people have gathered at the Marriott Hotel in San Diego City, where they are practicing yoga, including that little child that I see sitting there, who must have come with her parents to welcome the sun on the International Yoga Day 2022.
Deva bhagyam jatha purve sanjanana upasate om sangachhadyam sambodhadyam sambomanam Srijanatam Deva Vagyam Jatha Purve Sanjanana Upasate Om Sangachhadyam Sambodhadyam Sambomanam Srijanatam Deva Vagyam Jatha Purve Sanjanana Upasate. Que te muevas con armonía.
All right, we were getting you, in fact, we are getting you these live visuals from Santiago, Chile, and the next destination is Turkey, Istanbul.
So rise your arms forward and try to extend your scapulas. Kürek kemiklerinizin arasını iyice açmaya çalışın ve tekrar yerine oturtun. So bring it back and find a straight position. Also try to focus on your hip here. Maybe you can open a bit your